early April 1932, Walter Benjamin boarded a mailboat headed for the small Mediterranean island of Ibiza. His retreat wasn't by choice but by circumstance. Facing political upheavals in Germany and a failed academic career, Benjamin sought refuge in isolation. The island, untouched by modernity, allowed him to live simply, stripping away every conceivable comfort. The world as he knew it was collapsing, and so too were his long-range plans, which he realized had become totally impossible. During this period of forced seclusion, Benjamin produced what he called thought figures, short writings that reflected on life's unpredictability. One of these musings, The Windrose of Fortune, challenges the belief that willpower alone is the key to success. Success, Benjamin wrote, is the deepest expression of the contingencies of this world. It has very little to do with the willpower that pursues it. For him, life was more about seizing moments of chance than pushing forward with sheer determination. This notion of contingency led Benjamin to a surprising source of inspiration: Charlie Chaplin, the legendary silent film actor. In Chaplin's world, life was a series of accidents and absurdities, but somehow it all fit together. Chaplin's iconic character, the Tramp, was a misfit, a figure of constant failure. But as Benjamin saw it, the world fit him like a glove. The Tramp's life wasn't about success in the conventional sense. It was about surviving and thriving through sheer adaptability to the chaos around him. A key moment that illustrates this is a scene from Chaplin's film Modern Times, 1936. In the film, Chaplin is walking down a street when a red flag falls off the back of a passing truck. He picks it up, innocently waving it in an attempt to return it to the truck. But as fate would have it, a group of protesting workers marches behind him, and the police mistake Chaplin for the leader of the protest. He is promptly arrested. This moment is a perfect encapsulation of Benjamin's idea. Success is not about control or willpower, but about navigating life's absurdities with grace. Chaplin, without intending to, becomes a leader, even if it lands him in jail. For Benjamin, Chaplin represented what he called a genius of failure. The Tramp never truly succeeds in the traditional sense. He is poor, homeless, and always on the move, but there is something noble in his existence. Despite the Tramp's constant misfortunes, he fits into the world in a way that is almost poetic. He doesn't strive for control or domination, but rather adapts to whatever life throws his way. This, for Benjamin, was a form of peace, an existence that transcended the need for power or success. It's no wonder he called Chaplin the only angel of peace who is suited to this world. This idea of contingency versus willpower was deeply personal for Benjamin. After all, he had been forced into exile, his life shaped by political forces beyond his control. In Chaplin, Benjamin saw a kindred spirit, someone who navigated a world of unpredictability with humor and grace. The Tramp's misadventures mirrored Benjamin's own struggles with fate. Yet, like Chaplin's character, Benjamin seemed to find a strange sense of harmony in the chaos. The philosopher also found an eerie parallel between Chaplin's comedy and the political upheavals of his time. Chaplin's world, though absurd and comical, was one of power imbalances, social injustice, and systemic failures. The Tramp's struggle to survive in a modern, industrialized world echoed the plight of the working class in 1930s Europe. And yet, Chaplin's response wasn't anger or rebellion. It was humor. For Benjamin, this was a powerful form of resistance, a way of maintaining dignity in the face of a dehumanizing world. Benjamin's admiration for Chaplin went beyond mere entertainment. He saw in Chaplin a model for how to live in a world that seems out of control. In a time when totalitarian regimes were rising and individual freedoms were under threat, Chaplin's Tramp offered a different kind of heroism. It wasn't the heroism of bravery or conquest, but of resilience, of finding peace within life's absurdities. In Chaplin, Benjamin saw the possibility of living well in a chaotic, contingent world, a world where success is fleeting and failure is constant, but where dignity remains intact. For Benjamin, the world of Charlie Chaplin wasn't just a stage for comedy, it was a reflection of the human condition. And in that reflection, he found an angel of peace, one who reminded him that even in failure there is grace.